Bye-bye, ship. So I saw a post the other day about bounty hunting for new players. It was a guide about how to rent some of the cheaper ships for bounty hunting, like the Arrow and Hornet and whatnot. And everybody generally kind of dismisses the Aurora as being useless for bounty hunting, which is totally not true. I don't get that at all. No, it's not nearly as good as, dedicated fighters, obviously. But a lot of people have these base Aurora packages, and I don't want them to feel like it's impossible for them to do any bounty hunting missions in the Aurora. You totally can. You can kill everything, all, from like a Buccaneer or another Aurora or whatever, all the way up to a Constellation. Really, the only things I found that I can't handle from bounties are caterpillars and hammerheads. You obviously don't want to mess with either of those. I haven't actually run into a hammerhead in 3.8, but basically the standard Aurora MR comes with 2 of these yellow jackets attached to the front on size 1 gimbals, and if you put 2 more on the top wings on size 1 gimbals, which sadly, you can't buy the gimbals in the store. You can buy the yellow jackets for about $5K at CRU L5, Hurston L4 and L5, and ArcCorp. But you can get Veripug gimbals off of a rented Dragonfly or Aurora ES, and those are really cheap. Those are like $3 to $5K to rent. So get those on your ship, and you will notice, since you're gimbaled, you push R to cycle through your targeting modes until you get the little circle of dash lines, and now you have gimbal assist firing mode, and all of your weapons converge in the same place, and gimbal assist is pretty much auto aim. Some people hate it, but like it or hate it, it's here, and it makes dogfighting, especially NPCs, considerably easier. And then I like to go in, especially on the Aurora, to the guns menu here and switch everything to group 0 so that your primary trigger fires all 4 guns. Then go to your missions tab. Make sure the first thing you do every time is go to mercenary and select a call to arms and accept that, because you'll get bonus money for killing not the bounties, but any extra ships that are around the bounties, and if you get interdicted by pirates or other random pirates that you find, you'll get a little bit of extra money, which is great. Alright, we're getting interdicted on the way to a bounty. This is perfect. Unless it's just security, which we'll have to stop for. It's not. So, here we go. We have somebody to cutlass back. So, one of the first things you want to do is you're going to push, after you target them, is hit 2 to target their engine subsystem, especially on things like cutlasses, actually, really, honestly, anything. You knock out the engines, it's going to be dead in the water, or it's going to be limping pretty badly, and it makes it a lot easier to kill. I also find that I need to slow down a little bit sometimes, otherwise you're going too fast. And then just light this guy up. I love cutlasses. They're just big and fat slow. And those are, you don't want to take too many of those things. There goes an engine. That's going to really slow him down. Bye-bye, engine. About half the time you'll take out the other one, he'll be dead in the water, and the other half the time he will actually explode before the second engine gets. It doesn't take a lot. As someone who owns a cutlass, this just makes me not happy. As someone hunting cutlasses, yay, so much easier. Alright, so we're coming in on a crime stat 1 bounty. I found that most, if not all of these, are Mustang Deltas in 3.8, which are a little annoying. They're fairly strong as far as armor goes. They're much more maneuverable than Aurora. And they have those rocket pods you gotta watch out for. But again, it's not something that you can't kill. You definitely can kill it. Guess what? It's a Delta. Remember to hit 2. Target the engines. And as we come in on this guy, we want to side strafe, because he is going to unload those rocket pods. Starting around 3,000 probably. Yep, there they are. So they're exploding a little before us. So we're going to side strafe as we're coming up on him, and then I'm going to drop speed. less things I've found that you really only need to take out one of the engines. As soon as you do, it is lame duck. Debris. Oh, there's a little desync. There's a lot of desync. There's a lot of desync. That was not cool. And I think I took off an engine. Yes. So he's now. Yep, that's into him. Whoosh. Alright, we're getting interdicted again on the way to our crime set level 2 now. Let's see what we got. Yep, we got another pirate. Alright, this time it's a buck. Okay, you can easily take out a buck. 2 to target subsystems. Bucks are pretty weak. Strong firepower, real weak defenses. It's already landing. Of course, I'm getting help from whatever this NPC is. That helps. Hi, buddy. Still got both his wings and engines for the moment. Oh, there went something. There went another something. Ouch. Any second now. Like I said, with only one engine, they tend to not fly so well. Boom, there it goes. Oh, I ran right into it. There's a bonus 500 UEC. Now let's continue on our way to our crime set level 2 bounty. Alright, we're incoming to a crime set level 2 bounty, which is actually over aerial, not Mega. I had a leftover quantity Mega from something earlier that just didn't go away, apparently. So these I found are often 2 Mustang Deltas. So you do have to be a little careful. There's first one. He is the bounty. And we got a second. And you know what? I can't tell right now. That's a Delta and a Delta. Yep. So obviously we want to take out the bounty first, because in the event that we die, we might as well get paid. Don't want to waste our time killing somebody who's not the bounty. And start to side strafe, because we do not. Oh, we got some more desync. You do have to worry about getting nailed by the other one from behind while you're taking the first one, so you need to make sure you keep moving. And don't stay in a straight line for too long, which isn't too hard because these guys move a lot. There goes a wing slash engine that'll generally slow them down and make them get a little gimpy. Sometimes they'll just tumble wildly. Sometimes they'll come to a complete stop, thank you very much, which of course we don't want to do for very long at all, because there's a second one. Now remember, you have 2 missiles, and you can use them. I like to save them for Connies. They really do soften up Connies a little bit once you pull down the shields with these guns. But if you've got a guy who's weak like this, they'll generally take him out real fast. Alright, he lost both engines. He's just a floating fuselage now. So usually that's all it takes. Now, we got our bounty completed. Sometimes this guy bugs out. Sometimes he's like, nope, you took out my friend, I'm gone. But sometimes not. And so if you're lucky, we got paid for our CS2 bounty. And now if we take this guy out, sometimes we'll get paid for our called arms. Sometimes not. Sometimes I guess it links him to the bounty system. That was a rocket pod to the face, that hurt. And you don't get any money for him, which is a bit of a bummer because spending bullets here. do this little circle for a while, which is probably, you know, not a great thing to be doing. But yeah, hello, son. Come on, a few seconds of sustained firepower is all it takes. There goes an engine. And he's kind of limping. It's funny sometimes you'll take it on and they will just spin like mad. That's quite a spin right there, yeah. Poor guy. Now we have what look like maybe 2 Hurston security on intercept path. I'm actually going to cut thrust right now and just lay into this guy from a distance, and I'm going to try to catch up to him. He's drifting. I'm going to slow down quite a bit because he's not got that kind of speed either. There it goes. There we go. And we got a bonus. We got a 500 bonus. So now we're doing an authorized execution warrant from Hurston Dynamics. Pays a little bit more, which is great. You have to be careful. These come from the personal tab, and sometimes these warrants are from less reputable groups, and they will get you a crime stat because you'll be attacking someone who's not a pirate or a criminal. I could be wrong, but it feels like this target is in motion. Sometimes the target marker just bounces around like that, like crazy, and never resolves, never slows down. But nope, there he is. He's in a saber. I've never tangled with a saber before in the Aurora, so it's going to be interesting. I'm going to take discretion, which is the better part of valor, and I'm locking a missile on this guy. Remember to target the engines. And he is moving away from me at a pretty good clip. And he may be bugged out, because he doesn't really seem like he's moving much, he's not doing much. And now he's dead. Not doing anything. So that seemed a bit too easy. I think the AI was bugged out on that, but the contract was complete, and I did make 4,000, so good enough for me. I got paid twice. It worked. All right, Connie time. To slow this one down. It might be behoove us to put some missiles on this dude. Get the shield down, get the shield down. See, shield's getting low, 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 and now missile. He may have countermeasured, I don't know. There's another engine. There's another engine. Whoosh. So that might have been in the last engine. He might be dead in the water. He is. I probably should be a little further away from him when he explodes. Oh, that was the last engine. Bye-bye, ship. Sweet. 1,500 and wait for it, 1,500 again, because I have 2 call to arms active. I don't know how or why, but alright, so we're heading into a crime site level 3 bounty. So they pay better, but generally they're just about suicide for an Aurora. They are often very close to these large asteroid clusters, so make sure you've got your thrusters off before you warp in. Sometimes they bug out and they will actually be inside the cluster, which kind of sucks. But they're deadly even for better dogfighting ships because they are very frequently as many as 7 enemy ships, which is just a lot of incoming firepower to try to overcome. However, if the main target is a fast, slow ship that's kind of weak, like a Cutlass or a Valkyrie, you can sometimes take it out before you die. You really kind of got to go all in and unload, or try to get it separated from the pack, which can also be done. And if you're careful and clever, you can try to maneuver, use the asteroid's cover. Sometimes they'll run into it. Now, if your main bounty runs into the asteroid, a lot of times you will not get the credit because you didn't kill it. It killed itself. But, so this is going to be suicide, but let's give it a shot. What do we got? Main bounty is a Buccaneer, which is really, really going to be easy to kill. We just have to stay alive. However, there are going to be a lot of friends with him. Yeah, and they're going to gather in on him too. So we're gonna step it up here. We got another buck, another buck, another buck, main buck, and a Valkyrie. Ooh, and we also probably should have turned off the gas there just a little bit. When in range here, I'm gonna that should have helped. Oh yeah, that happens. I'm taking solid hits, but I got him. And then we want to try to bug out here. I mean, yeah, contract complete. How much am I going to get paid for this? I got paid $2,500 and then I died. That's how it goes. Something ran into it. So there you have it. You can easily do bounty hunting in an Aurora MR. If you have an Aurora Legionnaire, all the better, because the size 2 weapon mounts on the top can become Strife Mass Drivers, or Havoc Scatterguns, or all kinds of fun with size 2. Even just the Scorpion Repeater does quite a bit more damage. But yeah, the Aurora is not useless as a dogfighter. It is decent. It is. I would not want to tangle with another player in it. But for the NPCs in the verse, you can actually handle anything except the Caterpillar, where you can't get through the shields, and the I haven't seen one in this patch, but the Hammerhead, which just is a terrifying amount of incoming firepower for any ship to deal with. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed. I know this is ridiculously long and rambling, so if you watch the whole thing, that's awesome. You rock. And I hope I will see you in the verse.